Stablecoins are all the rage right now in crypto, and you can earn as much as 25% on top of your stablecoins with some great DeFi options. I'm A Fox, and I've personally been building software and teaching people about the crypto and Web3 space for many years now. And today I'm going to show you a little great tool that I found that will give you, a good set of options for earning yield with your stablecoins. Now, I've been working on our AI agent that earns you stablecoin yield effortlessly that we call Yield Seeker. And so in my research, I recently came across this app called YieldUp.ai, which is really cool little tool that you can see here. It's super simple. It doesn't do a huge amount, but what it does is very cool. And as I say, this tool is simple, so this will be pretty brief, right? YieldUp describes itself as a stablecoin yield tracker, as you can see here, right? And it offers this kind of simple table here, which gives you, the top possible yields for any given stablecoin in a very concise and easy to understand format. So if we just take a quick look, we can see here, USDC at the moment is getting a maximum APY of 25.8%, which is really high. USDT similarly 25.2%. But this is happening on the Liquid protocol on Cardano for both of them, right? And the TVL isn't particularly high. TVL stands for total value locked, which suggests there's not a huge amount of money behind these vaults, so they could be considered more risky. By comparison, the top vaults that you could get on USDS and USDE are giving you about 5.3% and 4.4% on their respective Spark protocol and Athena protocol and Ethereum. But the TVL here is in the billions, right? Or measured in the billions, 0.4 here and 3.2 here. So these are likely to be a lot more low risk vaults, right? And these are more reliable vaults as such. But you can see here, you just have a quick look and you can see, oh, if I have my USDC, I could be getting as much as 25% if I moved it to the Liquid protocol on Cardano, right? But if we click down here, we can see lots of other options that you could be putting your money in, all kind of, given by, ordered by APY. And so it's a pretty, nice list that we get here on different networks, different protocols, and just a good comparison, right? So USDC, you can see here, there's a lot. USDT as well, there's quite a few different vaults available. And this tool's pretty cool for if you want to browse, pretty simply as well. So for example, our agent Yield Seeker is right now focused on, it supports USDC on base, right? So if we go and just say, hey, let's filter just by USDC and just on base, then we can see that the top APY is that they are aware of is 6.2% on Morpho. Now we're actually getting we were getting 14% recently, so Yield Seeker actually is aware of a much larger range of vaults than just what's shown here on the base network. So that's just a kind of comparison that these aren't the only vaults available, right? But it's a good selection, it's a good sub-selection, and it's a good parameter to see, if you're on base and USDC and Yield Seeker is getting around 14%, if that was on Cardano, it could be getting as much as 25%. So it's interesting for us to have these parameters and kind of compare and contrast what's out there. Now, all this data is found on DeFi Llama, according to YieldUp site themselves, which is a great resource. I really highly recommend checking out DeFi Llama, and I have written about it before and made videos about it before, so you can find them if you take a look. It's one of the best resources out there for DeFi data, really. But the way that they've shown this kind of concentrated data on this website is just very, very cool. And they finally have this like tiny yield calculator. So, for example, with these three parameters, if I say, hey, what's the best yield I can get on $10,000 with USDC on base, then you'll see, the best yield available is at the moment 6.2% on Morpho, that they're aware of, right? Like we said. And so that would give you 620. Now, if we were to compare that with what's available on the Cardano, we know that, we can see here 25.8%. So here would say 25.8%, and you'd get 2,580 after a year, earning, that 25.8%. So it's a very cool tool here. It's that simple to use. There's not really that much more to it, but it's a great barometer to see what the yields are out there at the moment. I've mentioned lots of other small tools in the past, like gas.zip, which is a great one to, for you to see how you can send gas for free on the Ethereum on any Ethereum L2. Gas Buddy allows you to track the latest prices of gas and the Ethereum network directly on your browser. Small Refuel helps you get tokens out of addresses with 0 ETH. If you've ran out of ETH in an address, you can still whip it out with this tool. And Pocket Universe, you shouldn't really be in crypto, or you shouldn't allow yourself to be browsing DeFi without something like Pocket Universe that stops you from, signing dodgy transactions where you could be hacked or stolen. So these are just some examples of other great tools that I've written and spoken about before, so you can check them out. And I promise that I'll keep finding these little gems and sharing them all with you. Now, just to finalize, if you want to learn how to grow real lasting wealth through crypto, join a community of like-minded individuals and access over $1,900 worth of course entirely for free, then click the link in the description below and I'll see you there.